We are going to have Lion versus Scorpion in the all classic matchup today, where we have a good writer who delivered a really nice lion story, Khadgar, also known as Matsu Kenshin, versus the dishonorable Kerr, that is Siri, the Mahotsukai. It's going to be interesting. We have no clue what everyone is running. Will we see support of the Scorpion versus support of the Lion? No one knows. Alright, the games have started and we do have support of the Lion, but we have Keeper of Air on the Scorpion side, so only one person up to the challenge here. Alright, we see a full Tactician Apprentice star from the Lion with a potential Paragon. On the other side, Whisperers, Lion, and Ibuki. So we could see just a zero fate Ibuki turn. Could be. Although that would grab the favor mid conflict phase, so it could always be nabbed back, of course. It's currently a bit difficult for me to judge what the line is going to be. Tactician Apprentice is a pretty old school sort of tech for Lion. Okay, so we see an attack with 7 things keep, so we'll see how Scorpion delegates the attack. Of course, he's committed to attacking, and of course, it's probably going to be political. Into cancel Nogaka, so we might see the line character be honored. So I assume this is going to be an honor style. At least it's going to be one of the victory conditions. So after bidding 2 to 5 and drawing 2 cards from the Tactician, so gaining a bunch of honor, the Tactician just honors up because of Cancel no Gaka. Founding Diplomat was also court games for some reason, of which the reason will elude me for now. We see a poke into Effective Deception. It's going to be Way of the Scorpion. So currently, okay, we see the camp. So Camp is going to put it on uh, back to contested status. Um, okay, that one got calling in favored, and then we see sharpen the mind, which is no pretty big committal, but at least it's on the fated character. Wait, plays a sharpen the mind, but actually doesn't decide to. Hmm, doesn't decide to commit to using it. So yeah, now Scorpion can choose either air or fire to counteract the honor. In this case, I would go air. Um, I do not like that elegant Tessin. That's a mistake. Because you're not really wanting to be you're not going to expect to do anything with this you're not going to do anything with this apprentice. You're not going to defend, and attacking isn't going to put any skill. And if you defend, then you lose the fate on it even. So definitely, definitely not the way to go. Unless you have some, unless you have some pump, but you literally have zero skill right now. So what are you going to do? We did see dishonorable assault on the Ibuki to make sure it's not broken, which is fine. But yeah, like you paid one fate and a card to scout pilgrimage. That's yeah, huge waste of resources. The flip is a bit of a controlly one at the moment for Scorpion, but there's some like political power, but you don't need a lot of political power when it comes to Lion. We do see Commander of Legions, which is currently active, but not like raking in the value with keeping this tactician's apprentice alive. Currently no characters to in service to my lord, however, so and we see Scorpion. Okay, by the yeah, just fill up the board currently. Okay, poke onto the fire ring because that was the honor ring, not contested, but it goes into unbridled ambition with the disarmed characters, so that's not doing much. And Liar goes with the um, political favor into dishonorable assault. That's yeah, that's pretty good. So Lion's game plan, it looks a bit like a hodgepodge. We've got Commander of the Legions with Tactician's Apprentices, but I also like Spirit Caller and Tsukos in the and Paragon. Because remember, Commander of the Legions only works on Fate being removed. It's not like you. Oh yeah, it doesn't actually keep. Yeah, it doesn't actually keep the Apprentice in play either. So Commander of the Legions, I think personally a really good card, a bit underrated these days. The like blanket +1 military for each lion character without needing to participate is particularly good. Um, has a higher ceiling than Honor General and a higher floor as well because it's going to be a 2-1 instead of a 1. Sorry, it's going to be a 2-0 instead of a 1-0 when dishonored like Honor General. Of course, it doesn't come with the Honor token, so a bit less good for say if you're on Crane Splash or if you're doing an Honor strategy for some reason and you expect your Honor General to leave. But I very much like the card. It can be a good big body to defend while you literally have a swarm of little guys go in and break provinces. Now Lion made the mistake of fighting Scorpion with 0 cards, being controlled, wasting resources, and then thinking that they're going to get away with a 1-bit. It's not how it works, sadly. Well, not sadly. It would be an on-a-line deck in the old system if it worked. So yeah, I think this game is over by virtue of Lion not playing very well. But we'll see. At least they're on an honor total that's respectable and they can last. But can they do anything meaningful? Um, Spirit Call Prodigy, not a bad buy into Cancel no Gakko. Being honored, it's a 3/5, which is going to fetch another character. But it's going to be moved to the Tactician Apprentice instead. Aye, young rumor monger. We'll see Paragon be discarded because it can either be retrieved with the Spirit Card Prodigy, or what's probably more likely the case is Kenshin doesn't currently see any like worth investing faith into it when it's going to probably just be a 0/0 against Scorpion. Display of loyalty from Durell will dishonor the Commander of Legions. That said, its ability makes it for more than a potent threat, although not much to work of currently. Samurais of Integrity and Spirit Callers still fairly expensive as bodies, so the +1 is rather meager in that instance. But we have seen 2 calling in favors already from the Scorpion, so any attachments Lion might play will be a little bit more safe. I think the calling in favors on the tactical ingenuity might have been a bit too preemptive. It's because tactical ingenuity isn't a threat. Something what people mistakenly think is, oh, I am denying him cards. But when you say that, you really need to evaluate whether you are in a board state where you need to be fighting for card advantage. Usually your attachment removal is quite an important resource, and if you don't use it on attachments that are going to have more of an impact towards winning the game, which some of the more powerful attachments certainly do that exist in the game, you can't just waste calling in favors to say, hey, I'm denying card advantage. That was a worthwhile calling in favors. Because you can just remove the Commander of the Legion body, like give it an 1 turn fewer on the board. Currently the Commander of the Legion is still active, so he's going to potentially save 3 fate here. But if he gets voided, that's another case. Then potentially then he will be removed before his effect can prevent the fate loss from the other characters. Yeah, that's where I was going. Now now Seven's Things Keep is showing a little bit of what it's sort of capable of. Siri said, okay, I'm going to attack with 2 characters, and then you preferably have to guess what you want to commit into the ring and into the worst possible scenario. So it's a lot of like thinking work on the defending players' side, but it's also sort of telegraphed because Scorpion's only really good in doing conflicts one way. They don't really have tricks when it comes to manipulating the conflict a lot. So yeah, I think with whatever resistance. Okay, so we saw Mark of Shame touching it to Spirit Caller Prodigy, using the Mark of Shame to dishonor the Spirit Caller Prodigy, using Rumor Monger to dishonor the Samurai of Integrity with the second activation, or the first activation. And Scorpion is crying, oh no, they took my noble sacrifice. How sorry that they made me fighting for the board a bit less trivial, because I could just play one fate and discard anything. Ugh. Yeah. Don't give it to the Scorpion players. Noble Sacrifice is not a tool they should have with the options that they have available, because it's the cost is trivialized and the effect is too powerful. But in any case, we'll see Kenta no Gaka be broken, more than likely, after a compelling testimony is played. When we see castigated on top of it, so no recursion from the Spirit Caller Prodigy. So we'll see that Void Ring. Commander of Legion will be probably removed at the end of the turn. Alright, after some thinking time, Kenshin finally passes. And it's Genso no Gaku's broken. Oh, actually chooses to remove Fate from the Spirit Call. Okay. That's fine. Now that you've lowered the honor totals, there's indeed no reason to remove it from the Commander of the Legion. Lion could still potentially win an airing, but not going to be very impactful. So for the newer people watching, you don't fight Scorpion by having no cards when they are already ahead in card advantage. When it comes to the early turns against Scorpion, or when it comes to Scorpion in general, you need to be efficient with your resources. Think about what if this elegant lesson that I'm going to play, is it going to, like, what is it going to achieve? Is my character just going to be dishonored and not contribute any skill, be too easily blocked into, and lose the conflict? It's not, your resources are precious, like, don't waste them. Um, think about whether they are going to have any effect. See, Tsuko being Spirit Call into conflict, that's going to make short work of the province. See Assassination, now that one doesn't really matter. And we see Betrayed Visions. be discarded. Earthring will draw a card as well. And Scorpion will have a rather easy military conflict. I mean, always depends. I don't think they will break unless they have a Banzai, then they can break. Given Lion doesn't have like something. But yeah, Lion's in a tough spot. We saw air and fire. I guess there's going to be a Spectral Visitation. Someone. Water is also going to be Art of War probably, but there's Spectral Visitation in the row. Could also be that there's Row of the Lioness on the box. So we see a conflict committed with 2 skill. Spectral Visitation finds Spirit Caller. We'll defend this with the Spirit Caller. Okay. So, yeah, right. I was looking for the extra military skill, but yeah, of course the commander is giving the the military skill. Okay, and we see Paragon being recurred. So we could potentially see still rather effective attack. Would I go water or fire? I think I would go water, yeah, just to make sure I secure the favor, and then I can go fire attack first thing next turn. Try still a good ring in this situation. Nope, don't like that. Or he might still be deliberating the ring, of course. I see no reason not to full swing here. Both characters, this doesn't need to be a difficult decision. But again, I would have gone water. But I mean, the Paragon is also going to pretty much ensure favor. Okay, it just breaks. We'll see firing on the commander, I assume. Commander is not active though. So, I mean, there's nothing for him to be active for, but it's the sentiment. Okay, now we'll see Jackie in the bin, but two spirit callers have been either put on the bottom of the deck or... Yeah, two spirit callers have been put on the bottom of the deck. Oh, but hey, there you go, new Jackie. We'll probably see the peacemakers just be bought out. Wait, what happened with that firing? We dishonored young rumor monger. ¿Por qué? Don't really know why we dishonored young rumor monger. Seems like a poor decision. Just give your commander back his stats. No, I assume we're going to see a 3-1 bid. Oh, but okay. Siri decides he actually wants to prevent any potential honor gain in the conflict phase. Sure, I would have gone for the cards. Political attack with the motto. Maybe he was conscious about Mozart being on the field, that he didn't want to. Because with low cards and this sort of board, I guess Lion is actually back into the driving seat. Yeah, Siri says no. Just going to focus on defending the stronghold. Chooses not to poke at one of the peacemakers. Also rather interesting. This is, I mean, I hope you have a Betrayed Visions in hand, because this is one hell of a military attack coming your way otherwise. But if not, you can turn the Ujaki into a Mia Mystic. No. Okay, we actually have the Scorpion Clan coup. So as long as there's an Imperial, which are 4 of right now, their attacking characters have -1/-1. Series that's fine, puts in no defenders, just going to wait the favorable ground from the Ujaki. Scorpion might just pass and take back favor with the board he has. I think that's what Siri's got to do right now. Sucks, but I mean, you can poke, I think. Yeah, you can poke without much trouble. Because you take away the 2 honor. But you need not forget that Ujaki can still use the favor and bring in the Paragon. So I actually would not have attacked because that loses you the favor again. Okay, seems we put Ujaki in defense. That was to be expected. I'm not sure what. Yeah, I'm not sure what Siri's call was on this. You could see Tutori and Paragon come in. They don't really add anything. But yeah, as I said, the Scorpion can uh, claim favor were it not for the Paragon, but now that the attendant is going to keep standing, Scorpion will still claim favor, but now he wasted a card for it. People, of course he's going to defend with the Ujiaki. There's no conflict left. He's going to put the Paragon into play because it's going to grab him favor now that you wasted your... You see the Paragon. Yeah, and he can move Tutori out of there. Do you really have anything in those three cards that you want to use on this conflict? No. See, now you lost the favor. Ah, that's such a misplay. Siri, 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 Siri. I know it's you're not in a pretty good position right now, but you made it worse. If you just would have passed, you would have had the favor. Mm, well, at least there's no commander of the league that will be buffing everything up, but now you have to have a Mozzo. Now you fight against a Mozzo copy, a Berserker, a Prodigy, Coma Prodigy, that is, not a Spirit Color Prodigy, um, which is super efficient. There's a staging ground there. Yeah, Scorpion at the end, like lacking the punch through. But yeah, I do also hate the design of Lion Sprite Paragon. Prodigy losing Lion and Honor. Due to the Peacekeepers, of course. Hmm. Field Tactician. Field Tactician is an interesting card. I've thought about including it in decks, but the problem is it puts it at the third from the top, which is like in most matchups too close to where I want the card to be. If I really want to um even using it on yourself, I just don't see enough use for it. because it as a hate card, it's it's too inefficient for a hate card because it starts from the top. But I don't know if I want to waste the slot for it to be a for it to be like a reaction to put stuff on top of my deck. Maybe I should actually think about that because that lets me put Voices of Honors back for every tactic I play. Huh. That is pretty backbreaking in some matchups. You still need to bid 3, but if you bid 5, you could get two cards that you know are going to be good. I should rethink my stance on this card. But you can't use it as a hate card, which being a sort of, oh, I want answers from my opponent stuff, which is my initial take for what I want to see more for Lion, but that aside. Yeah, but like being able to say, oh, I recur Sanctuary or I recur Voice of Honor if you're on Clarion Splash, and just being able to say, yeah, I have those back now. Like, in some matchups, that this what wins you the game. Huh. Sorry. I have underestimated you, Field Tactician. I'm sorry. I should actually put you in my deck. And because it's a commander, it's a, if I want to fight Scorpion, it's a card that works good with prepare for. I can put back like board games or such. Or prepare for. All right, but my deck ideas aside, we see a political conflict, which is just a poke. Lion wins it in the end, and now we go for the Alpha Strike onto the province, which currently is providing -1/-1 to all characters, which might give Siri a chance. So now we'll probably see Siri attempt to play as much as they can. Right, so yeah, we start with for shame. It already puts it not breaking. Is Final Whisper chosen by the opponent? Oh, right. Not a terribly good card in this situation. 2 Berserkers, or Esentaro, that is 4 skill. I guess Siri just played the final whisper even though it wasn't going to allow for many things just because he wants to clear his hand for Master Whisper as much as possible. Okay, still breaking. And on one. Oh, did we already use Master Whisper? All right. Thank you all for joining. Try to provide as much coverage as I can. This was the first win for Lion with support of Lion, so that's a good start for Lion. 3 points. Right. Look forward to what is coming in